Well, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, right side. He will score. Touchdown, Texans. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Panther 60, 7 block, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Ward to throw right away. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. To throw is Ward. It's caught. Mitchell.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ward. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Jaguars at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Cougar 19. Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Big Lion. Ready?
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now the Jags are going to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked picked up by Trenton Simpson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And some room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, it had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, it usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
White 20.
They'll run the toss to Walker. Dances by him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Cut. 180. What's that?
Walker with another carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Four now. Black 20. What's that?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense for the Jags, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
180. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
The tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Walker. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Obama. 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 2 for 1.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Call. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Like 20. Value 3. Value 3.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. Pacheco is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Back to throw. Gone. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
180. What's that?
Goff. To the right side and intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
19, Panther 11.
Here's Ward. Open man is Ibuka. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10
Past
at
the
the
60,
34-yard
past the
line.
60. Cowboy 80. Ready?
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. And I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw is gone. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly a disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Like 20. Hey, shell.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Hopkinson in motion left. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is going to have the Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now gone. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Montgomery. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
20! Whirl it, whirl it!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Whoa! We go tonight! 180! 11! 12! 12! 12! 12!
Hopkins, the man in motion left.
Strut!
Here's Goff. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
120!
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sly able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Ward. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
7-yard line.
Tag. Panther and
Throwing now, Ward. That's complete to Dell. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard.
70 Ranger.
38-yard line.
Ready. Top right. Let's go.
To throw, here's Ward. Got his man, Dell. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Ward again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That is caught by Dell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
18 Rattler. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. Stephanie. Buffalo 8. Panther 60. Panther 60. Street. 18, Pioneer.
To the air again, Ward. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And here's Isaiah Pacheco to return it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Warriors 70, go.
To throw is Ward. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
6-yard pickup.
This 2nd and 4.
26-yard line.
Nice. Capture 11. Capture 11.
From the gun, Ward. Touchdown, Jaguars. Takedown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Texans 10. Prater sets their kickoff.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
6 yards.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
20.
In motion left is Hopkins. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. George Kittle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jaguars able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 10. Prater sets their kickoff.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to Walker on first down. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, 2 kill. Here you go. 180.
Here's Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Goff now looks to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Now it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Goff now looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive. Well, now off to the races.
Smack, man.
An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Like 20.
And going right back to Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Goff. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Ric Flair.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Gone. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go on 4th. Gone. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, give them a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Ward. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
18 Cardinal, 18, 19, Cowboy 80. Check. Warrior 70.
Here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
To the air again, Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Ward to throw for it on fourth. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
Texans 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, here's Walker. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
180, 17, 17, 5. Super.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Demario Davis there on the stop. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is gone. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
20.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
180. 12.
Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Sly on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Jaguars 45, Texans 17. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. Now we're a first down pickup of 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second down and 3.
17. 5. 180. Go, 12. Go.
From the 50, it's Goff. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. That one looks like he'll throw here. Smith catches left side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Let's go.
To throw is Ward. Open man is Ibuka. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Ready.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for our Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw, here's Ward. It's caught. Mitchell. And he is tackled inside the 49.